Benvenuti a Firenze, that's welcome to Florence for us non-natives. Florence, the heart of Tuscany, embodies the spirit of the Italian Renaissance. From its iconic Duomo to its charming bridges and world-class art, Florence offers a feast for the senses. Over the next few days, we'll explore the top sights and experiences that make Florence so special. Let's get started on this Florentine adventure together. All right, folks, let's kick things off with the crown jewel of Florence, the Duomo. This architectural marvel, officially known as the Cattedrale di Santa Maria del Fiore, dominates the city skyline and is an absolute must-see. Now, I'm talking about a masterpiece of Gothic architecture, clad in pink, white, and green marble. Just imagine for a moment the effort it took to build this back in the 13th century. This wasn't just a building, it was a statement of civic pride, a symbol of Florence's ambition and artistry. Take a walk around the entire cathedral to truly appreciate its scale and the intricate details that adorn its facade. Look closely at those sculptures, the carvings, the massive bronze doors. Each element tells a story, reflecting the faith, history, and artistic brilliance of the Florentine people. And don't forget to snap a photo with Brunelleschi's dome in the background. It's an iconic image that will remind you of your time in Florence for years to come. Now the real treat is stepping inside the Duomo. The interior, while comparatively austere, has a grandeur all its own. The vast space, bathed in soft light filtering through stained glass windows, is enough to take your breath away. As you crane your neck to take in the sheer scale of the dome, notice the incredible frescoes that adorn its inner shell. Giorgio Vasari's Last Judgment is a masterpiece of Renaissance art, depicting a swirling scene of heaven, hell, and everything in between. It's a powerful reminder of the religious devotion that fueled the creation of this magnificent cathedral. Take some time to wander around, soak in the atmosphere, and appreciate the details. Look for the intricate marble floor patterns, the delicate stained glass windows, and the numerous works of art that fill the chapels lining the nave. And don't forget to pause for a moment of quiet reflection. Even for non-religious travelers, there's a certain magic to standing beneath that soaring dome, feeling the weight of history and the enduring power of human creativity. From the Duomo, we're taking a stroll to another Florentine icon, the Ponte Vecchio. Now, this isn't your average bridge. Spanning the Arno River at its narrowest point, the Ponte Vecchio is a testament to Florence's resilience and its enduring spirit. Imagine, this bridge has stood the test of time, surviving floods, wars, and even modern-day tourist hordes. It's the only bridge in Florence spared from destruction during World War II, and walking across it feels like stepping back in time. As you wander along its cobbled path, take a moment to appreciate the history embedded in every stone. But what truly sets the Ponte Vecchio apart are the shops that line its sides. Since the 13th century, this bridge has been a bustling hub of commerce. Back in the day, you'd find butchers, tanners, and all sorts of smelly trades here. Thankfully, today, those are gone, replaced by jewelers, art sellers, and antique boutiques. Now, as you browse the shops, be sure to look up. See that second level of construction above the shops? That's the Vasari Corridor, a secret passageway built in the 16th century for Cosimo I de' Medici. Imagine he could walk from his residence at Palazzo Pitti all the way to the Uffizi Gallery without ever having to mingle with the commoners. Today, the Vasari Corridor is open for tours, but you need to book well in advance. It's a fascinating glimpse into the lives of the Medici family and their love for art, intrigue, and, well, avoiding the crowds. As you continue across the bridge, take a moment to enjoy the view. Look upriver towards the Ponte Santa Trinita with its elegant arches, or downstream towards the Ponte alle Grazie, offering a classic vista of Florentine rooftops. The Arno River, reflecting the sky and the city's architecture, is a sight to behold, especially at sunset. And don't forget to bring your camera. The Ponte Vecchio is one of the most photographed spots in Florence, and for good reason. The Uffizi Gallery, oh my, it's not just another museum, folks. It's like stepping into a time machine and finding yourself face to face with the greatest hits of the Italian Renaissance. Masterpieces by Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael, Botticelli, and Caravaggio. It can get pretty bustling, especially during peak season. Consider booking your tickets online in advance. Botticelli's Birth of Venus is worth the price of admission alone. So take your time, soak it all in, and let the artistry transport you back to the golden age of Florence. The Uffizi Gallery is a sprawling complex, so it's a good idea to have a plan of attack. Grab a map at the entrance, or better yet, download one on your phone before you even arrive. Trust me, your phone battery will thank you later. Focus on the rooms and artists that pique your interest the most. You could easily spend an entire day here and still not see everything, so don't feel pressured to rush through it. One thing you definitely don't want to miss is the view from the gallery's cafe. From here, you can enjoy a refreshing drink with a side of breathtaking panoramic views of the Arno River and the Ponte Vecchio. It's the perfect spot to rest your feet, recharge, and let the beauty of Florence sink in. And hey, if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the art, remember, it's okay to take breaks. Step outside for some fresh air, find a quiet corner to gather your thoughts, and don't be afraid to revisit your favorite pieces. Art appreciation is a marathon, not a sprint. After the hustle and bustle of the Uffizi, you'll be ready for a little peace and quiet. And there's no better place to find it in Florence than the Boboli Gardens. This sprawling park, nestled right behind the Pitti Palace, is like a green oasis in the heart of the city. As you stroll through its meticulously manicured lawns and groves, you'll feel a world away from the crowds and the noise. The Boboli Gardens are a testament to the Italian love affair with gardens as works of art. You'll encounter hidden fountains, secret grottos, and statues peeking out from behind every corner. It's like wandering through a living, breathing, open-air museum, and the best part is you don't need an art history degree to appreciate the beauty of it all. One of my favorite spots in the Boboli Gardens is the Fountain of Neptune. This impressive fountain, featuring a larger-than-life statue of the Roman god of the sea, is a masterpiece of Renaissance sculpture. Take a moment to admire the intricate details, the play of light on the water, and the sheer grandeur of it all. Now, the Boboli Gardens are vast, covering over 11 acres. Be prepared to do a bit of walking. It's worth every step. Keep an eye out for hidden grottos and fountains. Pack a picnic lunch or grab a gelato. Enjoy a leisurely meal in the shade. You might catch a wedding photo shoot. The Boboli Gardens offer something for everyone. Explore at your own pace and enjoy the beauty. We've arrived at the Accademia Gallery, home to Michelangelo's David. Nothing compares to seeing this masterpiece in person. You're struck by its sheer size and power. It's a testament to the human spirit and Florence's artistic genius. Trust me, David doesn't disappoint. Book your tickets online in advance. Take your time approaching the statue. Admire the details, the muscles, the veins, the intense gaze. While David is undoubtedly the star of the show, don't overlook the rest of the Accademia Gallery. Take some time to explore the other galleries, which house an impressive collection of paintings by Florentine artists, primarily from the 14th to the 16th centuries. You'll discover works by the likes of Botticelli, Ghirlandaio and Perugino, offering a fascinating glimpse into the evolution of Florentine art. One of the highlights is the Hall of the Colossus, which houses Michelangelo's unfinished prisoners, also known as the slaves. These powerful sculptures, meant to adorn the tomb of Pope Julius II, showcase Michelangelo's incredible talent and his innovative approach to sculpture. Even in their unfinished state, they exude a raw energy and emotion that's impossible to ignore. And hey, if you're a music lover, be sure to check out the museum's collection of musical instruments. It includes a Stradivarius violin that once belonged to one of the Medici family members, reminding us of the important role music played in the cultural life of Renaissance Florence. All right, folks, let's talk about a view that'll knock your socks off. Piazzale Michelangelo. Perched high above the city across the Arno River, the journey up is half the fun, a bit of a hike through the charming Oltrarno neighborhood. With every step, anticipation builds. Keep an eye out for the Bronze David. The higher you climb, the more rewarding the view. Florence laid out before you in all its glory, especially breathtaking as the sun sets, bathing the city in golden light. Now, Piazzale Michelangelo isn't just about the view. Take some time to wander around the piazza itself. You'll find vendors selling souvenirs and refreshments, and often local artisans displaying their crafts. It's a lively atmosphere with music often filling the air. Grab a gelato, find a bench, and just soak it all in. Watch the light dance on the Arno River. Admire the way the sun sets behind the rolling hills in the distance, and listen to the sounds of the city below. It's the perfect place to just relax and appreciate the beauty of Florence, and if you're lucky enough to be here at sunset, you're in for a real treat. The sky erupts in a kaleidoscope of colors, casting a magical glow over the city. It's a photographer's dream, and a memory you'll treasure long after you've said arrivederci to Florence. So there you have it, my friends, Piazzale Michelangelo. It's more than just a viewpoint, it's an experience, a chance to connect with the heart and soul of Florence. Don't miss it. Now let's delve into a place that's steeped in history and artistic grandeur, the Basilica of Santa Croce. Often called the Temple of the Italian Glories, this Franciscan church is not just a place of worship, but a veritable who's who of Italian history. As you approach the basilica, you'll be struck by its imposing facade, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture clad in striking white and green marble. It's a facade that hints at the treasures that lie within. Step inside and you'll be greeted by a sense of awe and reverence. The interior is vast and breathtaking, with soaring arches, intricate stained glass windows, and a profound sense of peace. Take a moment to just breathe it all in. But what truly sets Santa Croce apart are the tombs of some of Italy's most illustrious figures. We're talking Michelangelo, Galileo, Machiavelli, and Rossini, just to name a few. Imagine standing in the presence of these giants of art, science, and politics, their legacies etched in stone and marble. It's a humbling experience, to say the least. As you wander through the basilica, make sure to spend some time admiring the tombs themselves. Each one is a work of art, showcasing the incredible skill of the sculptors and the reverence with which these figures were held. Look for Michelangelo's tomb, designed by Giorgio Vasari, with sculptures representing painting, sculpture, and architecture mourning his loss. And don't miss Galileo's final resting place, adorned with allegorical figures of astronomy and geometry. But Santa Croce is much more than just a mausoleum. Look up and admire the stunning frescoes that adorn the walls and ceilings, masterpieces by artists like Giotto and Donatello. These vibrant works of art depict scenes from the life of Christ and stories from the Bible, adding another layer of richness to your visit. Before you leave, be sure to spend some time in the peaceful cloisters, a serene oasis away from the bustle of the city. Here you can reflect on the history you've witnessed and the artistry that surrounds you. The Basilica of Santa Croce is a testament to the enduring legacy of Florence, and a must-see for any visitor. Now, let's talk about something that's sure to put a smile on your face. Gelato. No trip to Italy, especially Florence, is complete without indulging in this creamy, delicious treat. And trust me, when it comes to gelato, Florence doesn't disappoint. Forget those mass-produced, artificially flavored imitations. In Florence, gelato is an art form crafted with fresh, seasonal ingredients and a whole lot of passion. From classic flavors like pistachio and hazelnut to more adventurous creations like ricotta with fig or lavender honey, there's a flavor for every palate. But how do you choose from the overwhelming array of colors and flavors? Well, first things first, look for the words artigianale or fatto in casa, meaning artisanal or homemade. These are good indicators that you're in for a truly authentic gelato experience. Don't be afraid to ask for a taste or two before you commit. And remember, the brighter the color, the more artificial the ingredients. A good pistachio gelato, for example, should be a subtle pale green, not a neon green. Now, you'll find gelaterias on practically every corner in Florence, but let me steer you towards a few of my favorites. For a truly authentic experience, head to La Carraia, just across the Ponte Santa Trinita. Their gelato is made fresh daily with seasonal ingredients, and their flavors change constantly. Another local favorite is Gelateria Vivoli, a Florentine institution. They've been churning out delicious gelato since 1929 using traditional recipes and the finest ingredients. Their creamy ricotta and fig is a must-try. And for something a little different, check out Gelateria della Passera, tucked away in the charming Oltrarno neighborhood. They're known for their creative flavors, like ricotta with rosemary and honey or gorgonzola with walnuts. But honestly, folks, you can't go wrong with gelato in Florence. Whether you prefer it in a cup or a cone with whipped cream or without, just savor every bite. It's the perfect way to cool down on a warm day and experience the sweet life in Florence. All right, travelers, let's step back in time and into the heart of Florentine history at the Palazzo Vecchio. This imposing fortress-like palace has been the symbol of civic power in Florence for over 7 centuries. Can you imagine the stories these walls could tell? As you approach the Palazzo Vecchio, take a moment to admire its sturdy architecture. Those massive stone blocks and that towering clock tower tell you right away, this place means business. It was built in the late 13th century, a time when Florence was a powerful and independent city-state, and its design reflects that strength and ambition. Today, the Palazzo Vecchio houses a fascinating museum. You can wander through its opulent chambers adorned with frescoes and works of art, and imagine the Medici family strategizing within those very rooms. Don't miss the stunning Salone dei Cinquecento, the Hall of the 500, with its soaring ceilings and magnificent artwork. It's a sight that will take your breath away. Now, the Palazzo Vecchio isn't just about grand halls and political power, it's also steeped in artistic intrigue. Keep an eye out for the secret passages and hidden rooms that weave throughout the building. Legend has it that these were used by the Medici to eavesdrop on their rivals. Can you imagine the secrets these walls have heard? Of course, we can't talk about the Palazzo Vecchio without mentioning the art. The palace is home to masterpieces by some of the Renaissance's biggest names, including Michelangelo, Donatello, and Verrocchio. Take your time to appreciate the detail and craftsmanship of these incredible works, and don't forget to climb the Arnolfo Tower for panoramic views of Florence. As you gaze out over the terracotta rooftops and the Arno River, you'll truly understand why this city captured the hearts of so many artists and thinkers throughout history. It's a view that will stay with you long after you've said arrivederci to Florence. Get ready to dive into the heart of Florentine life at the bustling San Lorenzo market. This isn't your typical souvenir shop experience, folks. It's a vibrant, chaotic, and utterly captivating sensory overload. The aromas of leather goods, spices, and fresh produce will hit you first. Then your eyes will be drawn to the colorful displays of ceramics, scarves, and all sorts of Italian treasures. Just remember to keep a firm grip on your belongings, as it can get a little crowded, especially during peak hours. Now, don't be shy about interacting with the vendors. They're a friendly bunch, full of character and stories, and while you're there, be sure to practice your bargaining skills. It's all part of the fun. The San Lorenzo market is famous for its leather goods. Whether you're looking for a stylish jacket, a handcrafted belt, or a unique souvenir to take home, you're sure to find it here. Just be sure to examine the quality carefully and don't be afraid to haggle. But the market isn't just about shopping. It's also a great place to experience local life. Grab a quick bite at one of the food stalls and savor the flavors of Tuscany. I highly recommend trying the lampredotto, a traditional Florentine street food sandwich. Don't let the ingredients scare you off. Trust me on this one. As you wander through the market, soak up the atmosphere. Listen to the sounds of vendors hawking their wares, the laughter of locals, and the chatter of tourists from around the world. It's a true slice of Florentine life. And who knows, you might just stumble upon that perfect souvenir to remind you of your time in this magical city. Well, folks, that wraps up our whirlwind tour of Florence. From the grandeur of the Duomo to the artistic treasures of the Uffizi, the romantic charm of the Ponte Vecchio and the lively atmosphere of the San Lorenzo market, Florence truly has something for everyone. I hope you've enjoyed exploring this incredible city with me. Remember, travel is all about embracing new experiences, immersing yourself in different cultures, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel for more travel tips and inspiration. Until next time, keep exploring and keep dreaming. Arrivederci.